under supply, and he can't really do anything. He can't produce anything. He's got this queen queued up. He can't do anything to this queen, nothing. And like, let's say you build one queen. Like, what are you gonna do with this queen? That's gonna get picked up and die right away. Oh, and he picks up Corruptors. You know, Corruptors are actually fairly decent because they have a fair amount of armor, but they do extra damage to massive units, not to phoenixes. So these phoenixes are flying around annihilating. And in the meantime, Winhouse is expanding here once again. As you can see here, instead of building overlords, because he knows he can't, he is spending his minerals on expansions, which I guess is a good idea. But also you have Mewtwo expanding over here, two photon cannons down here with 2 pylons supporting them, and another expansion. And looks like fairly big amount of army, stalkers, zealots. Wow, like a lot of stalkers actually. A couple on the side over here. I think at this point Winhouse is just getting outplayed. He did not expect the phoenixes. He obviously didn't scout them in time, and now these roaches and zerglings are coming back. Phoenixes probably came over here and started picking up roaches. This is a lot of phoenixes, though. I mean, this is a fair amount, I'd say. I mean, with this many phoenixes, you can probably just one around an overlord. And we have another expansion, a bunch more gateways coming down here. I think at this point, Mewtwo is just, you know, playing with Winhouse. There's really nothing he can do. I would like to see those phoenixes to come fly over here and kill this overlord, and maybe this one too, and maybe this one too, which are both peering into his base. But instead, he's going over here to fly in and kill overlords. Oh, and I like this. I like these spore crawlers. These are really good. I think that he spent his minerals really well on these instead of corruptors, like this corruptor over here. So, yeah, and gold expansion coming down, really good. Picking up some drones, killing them off. This is so annoying. I think that Mewtwo has a pretty big advantage here. Obviously, looking at income, 2,000 over 1,000, 74 workers over 28 workers. This is just a massacre. I'm fairly certain. Looking at the army tab, 166 over 46. So I don't know what Mewtwo's waiting for here. I think he is just basically toying with his opponent. If he took all his forces and just 1-8 into, like, over here, if he just 1-8 into the main base, the game would be over. I am fairly certain of this. So I think Mewtwo is chilling a little bit here too long. He could have ended this game a while ago, but I guess he's playing a little safe. He wants to max out his army, wants to get to 200, and then probably just roll over his opponent. You know, it would be fucking hilarious if he went over with his opponent to his opponent's base and his opponent just GG'd right after he built up his army, so he didn't even get to use it. I think that would be pretty funny. But yeah, you got these phoenixes here just, oh my god, completely annihilating his overlords, putting him under supply again, 58 over 54. Ridiculous. It really is ridiculous. I think that Winhouse is pretty much done over here. I don't know what he can do. Nothing, really. So yeah, this game it's just a slaughter. I asked Mewtwo to send me some games that were pretty interesting to cast, and this is the first one that I'm casting. I have 3 more to go, so there's going to be 4 games coming up. But yeah, so far this is just a massacre. So I'm not exactly sure what I'm looking at here, but finally Mewtwo decides to move out. He's got 0/0 upgrades on his ground units, and oh, I guess 1 upgrade just finished, so he's got 1 melee upgrade and 0 air upgrades. And he's going to be expanding to the gold, or at least thinking about expanding to the gold. Wow, even High Templar. Obviously, when you have 3 running bases and a 4th on the way, you can easily support this kind of army. But it's all gateway units. There are no colossi. Well, there are no colossi or anything of that sort. So he decided to not go for the Colossi, which what I see is a lot of Protoss units, or a lot of Protoss players like to go get those Colossi out on the field, and you know, just get this critical mass of 6 or 7 and roll over their opponent, which is a good strategy. I mean, it works, but Mewtwo here decided to go for some Overlord abuse. He set his opponent back in food a lot, and now he's flying this Overlord into suicide for some reason. I'm not exactly sure what we're looking at here, but yeah, this Overlord's a piece. And yeah, now he's just gonna move out, and I think Winhouse sees this, and I don't think these Roaches and Zerglings are gonna be enough. No upgrades either. This army is just going to steamroll over Winhouse. So yeah, I think this is a good game to just kind of show you the opening build order, having 5 cannons, which some of you might think is a little bit excessive, but 5 cannons, some of them on the high ground, like they're the Overlords, and they're going to be able to give sight because the cannons are going to shoo them away. So I think this was pretty good, actually. These 2 cannons on the high ground, really good. I don't know if you'd be able to do that over here. Yeah, you could place some over here too. So, but then let's say your opponent's down here, the Overlord will just fly in and give sight this way. So it would be a little bit harder to do, but I think there's going to be a final confrontation here. I think this is pretty much going to be just GG. I mean, 198 to 94. Yeah, this is going to be game over. Winhouse decides to counterattack here instead of facing the huge ball of Mewtwo's army, but Mewtwo's just going to be coming back here, and this is probably going to be pretty embarrassing. So, a lot of cannons. Winhouse trying his hardest to get through and maybe attack the probe line, but this is his entire army. This is all he has, and he's coming into the main. He's going to be checking things out and seeing that, well, there's really not that much here, but let's see if he has an idea about these expansions. He doesn't even know that these expansions over here exist, so he is playing in the dark, and now he has nothing. Oh, he burrowed. That is very clever. A burrow. And do we have an observer on the field? I don't see a robotics facility anywhere. Oh, never mind. Now I do. I see some Immortals. 3 robotics facilities and a bay coming down, but no observers. So these Roaches are just chilling here. Oh, man. So, yeah. It looks like Winhouse is trying hard to build up. But yeah, this is kind of prolonged. I'm thinking that this game should have been over about 10 minutes ago. But you know, he's got 2 armor, he's got 1 attack, and oh, look, the game ends. So yeah, I think Winhouse should have done it about 10 minutes ago. But yeah, good game. Gonna cast the other 3, and yeah, good one. This is 1-0 here for Mewtwo against Winhouse. And he's playing different opponents, so this is a ladder game. So yeah, good game to kind of see the fast expand for Protoss. Make sure you drop more than just 2 cannons. You want to drop probably at least 4 to make sure that you hold off the Roaches. Remember, the Roaches have 4 range, so they can attack the cannons now. But they can't see these 2 cannons, so this is a really good move on Mewtwo's part. He saw that he spawned in this position and that he's going to be able to do this. And then he just expanded like mad and took this whole half of the map, while Winhouse saw that he was going to be fast expanding and decided to go for a Roach Warren. And the Roach Warren, he thought that he was going to be able to press through here, but then 5 cannons stopped him. So yeah, good game overall, and 3 more coming up. Thanks, guys.